Internet. Daniel, Eric, and Matt back here. We just saw Pirates of the Caribbean 5. Now, we should probably give a spoiler warning immediately this time around.
Yeah, spoilers.
So, spoilers are ahead. We won't be holding back. These are our first impressions on a movie that's been out in theaters for probably well over a month. We're a bit late to the party, boys.
We are.
Yeah, it's been out for quite some time. So, yeah, but I thought the best way to go through this first impressions was probably character by character. So, we'll go through the main characters, Jack, Henry, Carina, Barbosa, and, of course, the villain, Captain Salazar, and just kind of give our thoughts on that, and we'll see where it takes us. So, let's start with Jack, since he's the main attraction. He's what everyone's coming to see. What'd you guys think of Jack's performance in this movie?
Jack seems to have degraded somewhat from previous films.
He's more of a cartoon than he is usually.
Yeah.
Throwing out weird catchphrases like, I'm a bedwetter.
Yeah, just
Yeah,
kind of desperately
Yeah.
trying to get out of things that he effortlessly got out of in the first few movies.
Right.
Yeah, he was a fast-talking pirate who could always survive no matter what because of his wits.
Yeah, exactly. And that's one of the things that really irked me about this movie on first viewing is one of the great things about Jack is he always felt like, even though he was crazy as a cat, he always seemed to have a plan and he knew how he was going to outsmart people. This time, it didn't seem like that.
Crazy, awesome because he's crazy.
Yeah, but this time he didn't seem like it. I mean, he just seemed drunk. I mean, he was slurring his speech even when he didn't have a bottle in his hand, and I mean...
Opening scene, is this part of the plan? This isn't part of the plan. Are you part of the plan?
Yeah, I mean, I'm okay with a little bit of that, because, I mean, yeah, he always had a bit of a thing for rum, you know. That, why is the rum gone, you know? He always had that,
But he wasn't, like, irrational, like an Alzheimer's patient or something.
Yeah, exactly. The problem was it wasn't Jack Sparrow.
It was.
That was the problem in a nutshell with him. He still had some entertaining moments, and I still did laugh at a few of the jokes, but it wasn't the same with him.
Right.
Yeah. Moving on, though,
Yes.
Will Jr., or Henry Turner, his name wasn't brought up for the first couple of minutes of the movie, and I couldn't figure it out, so I actually wrote Will Jr. What'd you guys think of Henry?
He was okay. He was forgettable, and his acting was sort of wooden.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, Orlando Bloom's acting was sort of wooden, so I guess it inherits by the weird.
Yeah.
It's genetic. No. No, I think forgettable is, unfortunately, kind of the right word for him, because...
See, I could tell kind of what they were going with, but it was almost like they were afraid to go too much in that direction.
What direction did you see? Because I don't even remember.
He was kind of caught up in legends and excited about adventures and magic and myths. But he wasn't too much that.
See, but the problem with that is
not enough.
Carina, I mean, she kind of was into it and kind of wasn't. She was kind of off and on in that sense, especially in the beginning.
Well, she was a firm believer in the trident, but then everything else goes, oh, no, that's not science.
Yeah, it was kind of weird, yeah, because she kind of went back and forth on that. But, of course, at the end, she did kind of believe it all, as much as she didn't want to admit it. And the unfortunate part of that is, if what you were saying is right, Eric, you know, if that's what they were trying to make Henry out to be, is that kind of myth believer and the kind of go-get-it attitude, that's kind of what she became. So it kind of made Henry, or played by Brenton Thwaites, it kind of made him superfluous in a way.
Yes.
I mean, yeah.
Moving on.
Carina.
Keira Scodelario, given a damned high-effort performance, but she was doing her damnedest to make something out of that role, but there wasn't a whole lot there, unfortunately.
Yeah, I think that was an actually poor written character.
Yeah, I don't think
it was a combination between I'm a woman doing unwomanly things in the 18th, 19th century, whatever it is, combined with science, and I don't believe in magic, and that was basically the character.
Yeah, and what's unfortunate is, in terms of like storyline and impact and whatnot, she was probably the best there was, which is kind of weird, because the rest of the characters... Well, I guess there was Barbosa. Barbosa, he also wasn't quite the same.
A
But,
little different.
yeah.
I feel like that was a little better illustrated, though. We had some history with the character, and he seemed to have actually, you know, there was some context, we know, with the ship made out of gold. Obviously, he's been through some stuff.
Yeah. You know what really bugged me, though, about Barbosa?
Sure thing.
His sword. You know, in the fourth movie, he got Blackbeard's sword. It had all these magical powers that could take over the riggings of any ship in the sea, including the Black Pearl when it got sunk. And now that same sword is metal, and that's about it.
They can break bottles! Magical bottles, but bottles!
Yeah.
Forget about that, didn't they?
They did, and they changed, you know, like a lot of things like Jack, we didn't mention, like, they revealed his backstory because Lord knows
We needed to know his
back.
backstory.
Yeah.
We didn't need to know his
It's
backstory.
better
but-
when, like, the mysterious, zany, kind of crazy sidekick. It's better we don't know anything about them. It takes some of the mysticism out of things.
It does. But one of the things that they did reveal actually contradicted with something that they'd already established in an earlier movie. I think it was the second movie, where they said Jack actually bartered the compass from Calypso.
Oh, that's right.
You know, he didn't get it from some dying captain near the Devil's Triangle or whatever. So they kind of botched that bit of continuity as well.
There was a whole bunch of little errors.
Yeah.
Sticking on, there were some arrows. Sticking on Jack, though, it's kind of interesting that even in the flashback, they show him as a very capable, you know, sailorman. You know, he knows exactly what he's doing, and then flash forward, and he's just a cartoon. I wonder if that's almost intentional. I wonder if they're supposed to just keep making him worse and worse each movie.
I have to wonder if this is a result of some sort of development in between the last Mermaid movie and this one, where he's hit rock bottom and he's losing his mind or something. Was that an intentional direction? Or
I don't know.
just-
It might be, but if it was, I kind of wish they wouldn't have gone that way, simply because, you know, like they talk about in this movie how Jack has lost his luck, and luck, as we kind of previously stated, had not a whole lot to do with it. It was all about his wits. I mean,
Right.
sure, you know, the guards and whatnot, even as far as the first movie, they couldn't shoot with crap, but, I mean, that's kind of common for these action movies. Just with stormtroopers, but... You know, I mean, sure, so there's luck there, but outside of that, it was all intelligence, you know, and quick wit and a silver tongue. So, I mean, if that was the direction they're going, yeah, I guess I could see it, but if that is the case, I wish they wouldn't have.
Yeah, same. Barbosa pretty much 100% drove the plot as well. You had all these characters sitting in their own spots, and then Barbosa's like, I'll go to this guy, take him to this guy, I'll take him to this guy again. You know, I'll take them to the Trident.
Barbosa
He was just driving the plot the whole movie.
Right, and I mean, I'm not sure if it was meant to conceal the reveal of Carina being Barbosa's daughter or not, because they kind of already hinted at it without explicitly saying it when Jack and him were talking about it. But there was a moment where he didn't trust Carina to navigate through the map, through the stars.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, and I'm like, dude, you're the one that gave her the diary map thing in the first place. Why do you suddenly not trust her to actually direct you, you know?
You remembering that kind of out of order? Because he didn't really see the diary until...
Didn't he?
No,
I thought they were
she had
standing at the...
They were standing at the thing, but she pulled out the diary sometime later to go through it, and it was kind of like, where is the instructions?
Okay, well maybe I am misremembering that then. So I thought that she had the diary out, and he was saying, where are we going, you know, and
He didn't really change his tune until noticed that she had that, and then got some more information out of her.
We still haven't talked about Salazar.
Yeah, Salazar was...
He was just fine.
Yes, he was just fine. I don't know, I don't really know what to say about Salazar. I mean, he had some CGI around him and some really weird hair.
I like the concept of a pirate killer being the villain, but then he was a ghost, and...
We've had way too many dead or zombie or undead type villain. I mean, has there been a single villain that hasn't? Well, Barbosa in the first movie, I suppose, but then...
No, he was.
Well, he was like, cursed undead.
Well...
But it was... I kind of had the same problem with this movie as I did with, like, the superhero movies and saving the world all the time. Why does Jack Sparrow always need to go up against some grand, magical, ultimate power stuff and goddesses? And can we just not have a fun, swashbuckling adventure with a bit of a smaller scale?
I guess I can get that, but I haven't really minded that. The thing I've minded is the fact that the villains have all kind of been of the same power, and they're always dead or undead or whatever it is you call it. You know, it's always...
They're dead, undead.
It's always the same. The thing I would have really liked to see, and the thing I thought I was going to see before actually seeing the movie, is that we would have another Jack and Barbosa face off, you know, with Barbosa with the sword and the fleet and all that sort of stuff. It seemed like they were kind of setting up for that, and I was kind of excited because, of course, Barbosa is probably my favorite character in the series, and Geoffrey Rush has always delivered a great performance with him. He was just born to be a pirate, I think. But that's not the direction they went. It
would have been kind of, yeah. Their two exact captaining styles kind of...
Yeah, I mean, and they've, throughout the first, well, especially 3 movies, but I guess you could even say 4 movies, they've always kind of been trying to one-up each other as well, and that's been half the comedy, is their interactions between those two, so...
Their rivalry could have just been given a push. I mean, if they had taken kind of the ghostly elements out of Salazar, he could have also been a pretty good villain on top of that.
Yeah, I mean, he wasn't bad. He wasn't bad. Like you said, a pirate killer as the villain is a neat idea. I just wish it wasn't another undead or whatever. Cares that whole flashback to Jack's backstory and Salazar's fall and all that. I didn't really like that at all. Not just for the whole Jack revealing Jack's backstory thing, but it also kind of made Salazar look like a dumbass. Yeah, let's sail right into this Devil's Triangle. Look at all those spikes in the water. That's going to tear our hull a new one. Yeah, that sounds like a good idea. Let's go to that.
I'm mad, so I'm going to go on a direct course towards my enemy.
Yeah. Yeah, so
this couldn't possibly be his plan or anything.
Yeah. So I didn't really like that part at all.
There were some bizarre editing mistakes as well.
Yeah, it's like you were saying in the theater, it's like the sun was coming up.
Yeah, there was a scene where there was this big whole spiel about, it's sunrise, and then the very next shot, it's like midday.
Yeah, it's like first light to midday. It's like, wow, that was the longest conversation I've ever seen in my life.
A few more things. Let's see, Salazar is about 5 feet below someone else, and then the very next shot he's more like 20.
Oh yeah, that whole final battle thing too was very fast. It was very fast. I'm not sure exactly how horrible it was in my opinion. I mean, I think the whole them getting the solution to break the trident, you break all the curses in the sea, that was a little convenient, I think, but, whatever. It's a pirates movie, so... But, yeah, the whole Barbosa sacrificing himself and dying at the end was kind of meh.
Well, no, he didn't die. No.
He didn't die.
He was like 20 feet from the bottom when he fell in, or from the surface, rather. No, he would rise to the surface. He wouldn't even have the bends.
Yeah.
No, he would be fine.
So he's coming back in the never-to-be-released Pirates of the Caribbean 6, huh?
Probably with some other, drowned man curse. Look all barnacly and.
Yeah. And he doesn't have enough actual hair. He'll have lost his wig, of course, so he won't have enough actual hair to get that CGI stuff going. So they'll have to find some other characteristic. Anyway, yeah. So those were the main characters. What do you guys think? If we had to rate this on a scale of 1 to 10, what do you guys give this movie?
Probably give it a 4 or 5.
Oh, wow, that's pretty low. Jeez.
Yeah. Well, I'd probably give it the same score. I'd even give it a 3. It was a perfectly good movie, and then the ending happened. Everything after the magic Isle of Jewels that perfectly mirrors the stars for no reason.
Oh, yeah, the Island of Stars or whatever.
Everything after that was just completely bad, and it spoiled the whole thing for me.
Yeah. It's unfortunate how that happened, because, I mean, that was maybe the last 20, 30 minutes of the movie. It was pretty close to the end, but yeah, it's tough when the ending kind of bombs, you know. So I'd have to give it, actually, I'm a little more lenient than you guys, because I still got some good laughs out of this movie.
There are some good laughs.
Yeah,
sure.
and for the most part, it was all right. There were some, I could see that even though, like I said, Carina Scodelario, or whatever her name is, I keep forgetting.
Barbosa's daughter.
Yeah, Barbosa's daughter. She gave, I think, a good performance. It just wasn't a very well written character, and you know, there were good points. I'd probably give it a 6, maybe a 5.5. But yeah, not a great movie, but certainly not a crap movie that you're gonna burn or anything.
Yeah, it was fun to watch. The action scenes were
exactly, and it wasn't the Pirates movie that I'm used to, you know, which is a convoluted mess that's a fun ride. You know, that's how I'd probably describe the first 4. They're all convoluted messes, but they're a fun ride. This one was still a convoluted mess. It was just kind of a semi-fun ride. So, yeah, those are our thoughts on Pirates of the Caribbean 5, Dead Man Tell No Tales. If you like this video, be sure to subscribe. We've got some more reviews coming up. Not just first impressions either. We've got a Maleficent review coming out here, hopefully within the next couple of weeks. We'll see how our schedules allow. But be sure to look forward to that. Thank you for watching, and have a great day. Hey guys, thanks for watching. If you like this video, click the subscribe button to get all the latest updates from the show.